Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Strike expanded for a second straight Friday. UAW President Shawn Fain greenlights another wave of walkouts. The UAW expanded its 14-day strike against two of the Detroit Big Three automakers. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
And I'm Damon Fernandez in for Devin Skillian. The UAW is asking an additional 7,000 members at Ford and General Motors to join the strike. Today's expansion impacts Ford's assembly plant in Chicago and General Motors factory in Lansing. Stellantis was spared in this round. As Shawn Fain says, there's been progress with the automaker. Our team coverage begins with Jacqueline Francis outside of UAW Solidarity House with more on negotiations. Hey there, Jacqueline.
Hey, Damon. As of today, roughly 25,000 UAW members are on strike. That's about 17% of its auto workers. And after announcing that expanded strike this morning, UAW President Shawn Fain came out here in front of Solidarity House where he was meeting with members, telling them to stand strong.
Despite our willingness to bargain, Ford and GM have refused to make meaningful progress at the table. That's why at noon Eastern Time today, we will expand our strike to these two companies.
Negotiating on a deadline. As expected, Shawn Fain expanded the strike, calling on two additional facilities to walk out. A Ford assembly plant in Chicago and the General Motors Lansing Delta Township factory. Those last-minute talks sparing Stellantis.
I apologize for being late, but mere moments before our Facebook Live this morning, we received a flurry of interest from the companies in addressing some significant bargaining issues.
Reuters reporting that Stellantis called making a new offer just before the deadline, prompting the UAW to cancel the planned new action.
To be clear, negotiations haven't broke down. We're still talking with all three companies.
When it comes to negotiating with Ford, the UAW says they are far apart on core economic proposals like retirement security and health care, as well as job security and this electric vehicle transition.
We are open to work with the union on a fair deal for battery plants. But these are multi-billion-dollar investments, and the future of our industry is in the balance. And they have to make good business sense.
Ford's CEO firing back.
The UAW is scaring our workers by repeating something that just is factually not true. None of our workers today are going to lose their jobs due to our battery plants during this contract period or even beyond this contract.
Now, the UAW says they submitted an offer to Ford on Monday and that they have not heard back. They also said that Ford's CEO has been absent from the bargaining table this week. So a lot of back and forth from both the union and Ford today. Reporting live from Solidarity House, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
And we'll be staying on top of it. Thanks, Jacqueline.
Well, at noon this afternoon, workers at GM's Lansing assembly plant walked off the job. Drone 4 with a look at many of the workers gathered outside the plant standing in solidarity. Megan Woods joins us live from Lansing tonight with more. Megan.
Well, we've been out here since a little after 12:30 this afternoon, and the energy has not changed. Maybe the people, the number of people, but their excitement has not changed, especially when someone drives by honking the horn. We spoke to people about the moment UAW President Shawn Fain announced or called on their plan to join the picket lines. Take a look. As soon as the clock struck noon, the about 2,500 employees that work here at GM's Lansing Delta Township plant walked off the job.
And when he said it, I was just like, my breath was taken away. Like, all right, it's time to stand up.
We're excited to stand up and support our brothers and sisters that are already out on the strike.
And while their plant was just called to join the targeted strike today, they haven't been sitting on the sidelines.
I'm part of Genesee County CLU, which is the Coalition of Labor Union Women. So we got together and went to go show our support over at the Davidson Road location and the Swartz Creek location last night.
Strike pay is $500 a week, but picketers say being out here is bigger than that.
Just send a message, we're willing to stand up one day longer than they are. It's time for the working class to get what they deserve, and I'm proud to be a UAW member.
It's worth the sacrifice. The sacrifice is just. Yep, and this moment is just, because what happens in the long run, if it benefits us, it's going to benefit their entire family, it's going to benefit the middle class.
And every hunk is a reminder of that.
We make better wages, the money goes right back into the community, whether it's a dealership to be able to actually afford the cars that we make, to come out to eat, to come down here for lunch, after work. You know, it's a community effort.
And when you talk about the community effort and community support, strangers have been stopping by, dropping off pizza, dropping off donuts to help out these picketers. And it's important to note, we're not standing in front of the plant right now. We're standing about a half a mile away in front of a local restaurant that a lot of these UAW members stop by. And so that's what they mean when they talk about the community support, community effort, and they're fighting for more than just the big three and for themselves. Reporting live in Lansing, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Which is so important. Okay, Megan, we appreciate your report.
Well, today, a judge ruled the convicted Oxford High School shooter could spend the rest of his life behind bars. Ethan Crumbley is eligible for life in prison without parole, the harshest possible punishment in Michigan. He fatally shot 4 Oxford High School students in November of 2021. Crumbley was 15 at the time of the crime. By law, prosecutors must prove minors should be eligible for a life sentence. A huge factor in this, can the Oxford shooter be rehabilitated in prison? Judge Rowe says he doesn't think so.
His obsession with violence is, in part, what caused defendant to commit the underlying offense. If defendant continues to be obsessed with violence in the jail, how can there be a possibility of rehabilitation?
Well, his formal sentencing is scheduled for December 8th. Well, there's new information tonight into a string of home break-ins across Oakland County.
Sean Lay shows us who sheriff's deputies are looking for and what they're doing to catch them.
We told you this week about these costly break-ins all over Oakland County. Now we can tell you a little bit more about who is wanted for them. Gang members, organized gang members out of South America, and they are hitting these high-end homes hard.
In our area, they are targeting jewelry, precious metals, high-end items such as purses, electronics, currency, high-end watches, and if there's a safe that's not attached or they can either break into on scene or carry, they'll do that.
Organized crime at its most effective, taking advantage of the U.S. southern border, U.S. laws that release people who get arrested almost immediately, now setting up shop and taking advantage of high-end homes in Oakland County. Gangs from South America sending people into those high-end homes and stealing a staggering amount of cash, jewelry, you name it. But how do they get here?
They typically, we have seen, entered the country one of two ways, either illegally across our incredibly porous southern border, which I'll talk about at the end, or they're using the visa waiver program, the VWP program, which is authorized by the State Department.
Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard says the intelligence shows people entering the U.S. getting an apartment here in Oakland County, using fake IDs to set up their lives, and then the pattern shows the members of the gangs are here to steal.
Typically in our area, it's between 5 and 9 p.m. Preferred targets on a lot of these across the country are homes that are isolated. They back up to wooded areas, trails, golf courses.
The sheriff reminding everyone tonight to, of course, keep an eye out, but also these big homes have security systems, and in some of these burglaries, the systems were not on. He's encouraging everyone to check the systems, make sure they are on, make sure everything's locked up. Sean Lay, Local 4.
Well, right now the clock is ticking and millions of Americans are holding their breath as a government shutdown seems inevitable.
But what does this mean for you, and what services and programs could be impacted? Consumer investigator, help me, Hank Winchester has been working this today. He joins us live. Hank, it's really concerning if the shutdown happens. What changes could we see immediately?
Yeah, Kimberly, here's what you're going to notice short term. National parks across the country, they're going to close almost immediately once we hear about the green light from the shutdown. FDA inspections, they're going to be delayed. Also, the CPSC, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, which tests many products and which tracks recalls, they will not have inspectors on the job right now.
All right, Hank, so what does all this mean for seniors and children?
Well, some good news, bad news in this situation. The good news is I know many seniors worried about Social Security checks. They will continue. I know many people worried about Medicare coverage. That continues. It is in place. However, if you need ID cards, if you have questions, you may have complications because there won't be people answering those calls or making those cards rather. When we talk about the Head Start program for children, that program remains intact. They're taking money from other places in order to make sure that continues.
Yeah. And then which workers would feel the effects of a shutdown first, Hank?
Yeah, right off the bat, we're talking about 4 million federal workers right across the country. We're also looking at TSA employees. We're looking at air traffic controllers. They remain on the job, but they are not going to be paid. And then, of course, there are millions of other government jobs that will be impacted at all of this. Of course, this all plays out over the weekend. We'll be tracking it. We'll have the latest for you right here on Local 4.
Yeah, again, that deadline, noon Sunday. Okay, we will, as you said, be tracking it. Hank, we appreciate it. All right, let's get a check on the forecast as the sun returns just in time for the weekend here.
You know, Kim Adams is live at Three Cedars Farm in Salem Township with a look at the forecast. And I see little Lincoln's not with you right now. Did he eat up all those donuts?
He did. I was his favorite person. If you weren't watching at 5 o'clock, there was a little baby that was 4 months old last year, now 16 months old. So they brought him here and he had his first donut and I got to feed it to him. So it was just like the best. But I had to give him back to his parents. They wouldn't let me keep him. So we're out at Three Cedars Farm where it's all about making memories with families. It's beautiful. It's a great fall night here and pretty mild. Take a look at our Ann Arbor sky cam. There's still a couple of clouds, even here in Salem Township. The sun's kind of weaving in and out of the clouds here, but skies will continue to clear as we go through the next 24 hours. 69 in Detroit, 68 in Ann Arbor, upper 60s in Lapeer and also in Monroe. High temperatures over the next 4 days will continue to climb until we get into the low 80s by Tuesday. And notice our normal high dips back down to 68 by the beginning of next week. You know, we talk a lot about Michigan State and Michigan games, but there's a big game up this weekend at Central Michigan. So it's Eastern Michigan versus Central Michigan, and what a great day for football. Lots of sunshine at noon, and then by 4 o'clock, 74 degrees, 4 o'clock, 76. Again, I'm out at Three Cedars Farm here in Salem Township. It's a great fall night, and it looks like it's going to be a great fall weekend as well. We'll talk about next week's weather and a couple more things here coming up in the forecast.
All right, Kim, we'll see you in a little bit.